Okay.
What's going on here today?
We right now are kind of gathering and we're going to organize a rally against the DNC, the Democratic National Convention in 2012 coming to Minneapolis.
And why do you not want it to come?
I think our major concern is just the, it's a national security event. It provides like a large police presence. We're going to be bringing in a party that's basically, leading the wars right now, and I think that's another big concern. So, I mean, we're bringing in a group of basically war criminals into our own city, and they're going to basically shut the city down. They're going to make it difficult for people to do any regular, day-to-day things. They're going to, probably raid people. They're probably going to mass arrest people, use tear gas. They're going to do everything that they've done at all these other conventions, in Minneapolis and Denver and Pittsburgh.
So, and tell everybody your name.
Melissa Hill.
Excellent. And where are you going to take this protest to?
We're taking this protest down a couple blocks closer to the target field, so a little bit closer to where we think the site selection committee is probably going to be at some point in time today, probably at the Twins game.
Excellent. Good luck.
Well, I used to play trumpet.
Say that we are ready to protest the Democratic Party in Minneapolis if they choose to have their convention here. In fact, regardless of where the Democrats have their convention, they will be surrounded by protesters. But if they choose Minneapolis, they would have the largest protest because we have a large, vibrant anti-war movement. And we understand that while the Twin Cities might be a Democratic stronghold, that nevertheless, it doesn't give the Democratic Party a free pass to massacre and occupy the people of Iraq and Afghanistan. When the Democrats took the White House in 2008, they promised an end to the war on Iraq. Have we seen that? No! The U.S. occupation continues, and the Iraqi people are just as far from having actual freedom from U.S. forces as they were under Bush. Similarly, the Obama administration escalates the war in Afghanistan while they hold up this promise that there will be a drawdown starting next summer. But in fact, the occupations are going quite poorly for the U.S. And there will be no drawdown in either Iraq or Afghanistan because the Democrats, like the Republicans, want the U.S. to control the Middle East and South Asia. Meanwhile, the U.S. occupation in Afghanistan has skyrocketed into an even bloodier mess than under Bush. This year marks a record number of deaths of U.S. soldiers and of Afghans. Obama has sent in a larger number of troops in an effort to turn the tide, but the U.S. forces have not been successful in securing the U.S.'s quest for empire. Afghanistan is the Democrats' war. They chose to escalate it. They chose to put the lives of millions of Afghans and Americans at risk. They chose to stand by as video after video released the massacre after massacre of civilians in Iraq and Afghanistan have come forward. They have blood on their hands, and they can't expect to come to our town, an anti-war town like Minneapolis, and get the party for 4 days without us telling them that this is both criminal as well as immoral. Our protest will be principled, but will not have racist attacks on the president. We will not incorrectly use terms like socialist and fascist, but we will also not be silent. The people of Iraq and Afghanistan need us to raise our voices to the DNC. Similarly, this convention is meeting during one of the worst recessions in American history. And now more than ever, we need to demand money for human needs and not for war. So let's join our voices and say no DNC, no war, so the Democratic visitors can get a sense of what they'd be signing up for. No DNC, no war. No DNC, no war. No DNC, no war. No DNC, no war. No DNC, no war.
What's going on over here?
These people seem to be suggesting that the Democrats started the war in Afghanistan and that it's a horrible thing.
And so you're not okay with their demonstrating?
They're free to demonstrate. I just think they're completely wrong.
How do you feel about their being here at the Twins game?
It's not really the place for it, but it's a big audience, I guess.
Excellent.
It's a good market. As long as they get attention, that's fine for them.
But you're not...
They can have their opinion, but I would like to see the DNC here. It'd be good for the local economy, and it's fine with me if people want to
conventions, or are you aware of what happened there?
Well, it seemed like the police went a little overboard maybe, but I didn't see why they would react that way, so I can't really make that decision.
And maybe we could learn from the RNC convention on how to better deal with things.
Right, they could have possibly handled it better on both ends, so can't really blame the convention for the way that happened.
Well, did you want to add anything else, or are you just getting ready to go into the Twins game?
Yeah, we're just heading in.
Well, you guys have fun.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Bye.
Years.